Okay, so I'm gonna try and talk out loud right now for newer players this raid. And if you guys have any advice or tips or anything you like to do, please put it in chat. This raid, I'm gonna try and be a little educational as far as solo players go. But and it's hard for me to get immersed when I'm constantly talking, right? But off of spawn, you want to check your start time, okay? So like when you spawn, you got to learn where you spawn, and you got to learn the directions and the pathings that players are going to take, and you learn where the kind of the crossroads are, the hot spots, where you're going to run into a player off of spawn if you guys are both running to the same place, right? So you'll learn those in time. And each map has specific places and things like that. So you gotta constantly keep your eyes peeled and stuff like that. Be listening. And basically, depending on your spawn, if you sprint straight towards where you want to go, if a player will beat you there or if you will be the first player there. And if a player beats you there, you'll know where you're going to run into him, right? So the whole objective is to live to get to resort, right? Like my mission is make money, get to resort, keep my eyes peeled on a swivel, looking for players as I travel the map, right? But as a solo player, like as you're approaching, you have to be paying attention to everything and remembering everything. You have to be, what kind of gunshots are going off? How many different kinds of gunshots? How many different players? Where are they? Are they going to be where you're going? Things like that. Like audio is huge. You have to have a decent audio setup in this game so you hear what's coming. The other part of it too that a newer player has a huge disadvantage with is contacts. You don't get contacts at the start. I get sword-ins, which are my favorites right now, but there's different kinds, and that just increases the audio so you hear more things. On top of that, if you're a newer player without a headset, man, and you have just a helmet on, that shit reduces your audio even more. So as a newer player, if I don't have contacts, I don't like using a helmet. I usually don't. I usually will use nothing just so I can hear more if I don't have contacts. That's my personal preference, but then, you just want to live to tell the tale, right? Get to the building, and for me personally, I like PvP, so I look for it. I crave it. But you can also play the exact opposite. You can get good at avoiding PvP, and things like that. But you just want to clear where, when you're entering a building, where people are going to sit. People like to sit right here. People like to sit right here. People like to sit behind this bush right here. People like to hold this right here. At the same time, I'm constantly listening for players too. When you peek, do a quick peek. It doesn't have to, all it has to be is a quick peek. That's it. I can see where a player is in that time right there. I can see. I know if there's a player there because I know where to look very quickly. I know where players are going to sit. So when I peek this, I'm looking right here. I'm looking right here. I'm looking at the doors. I'm looking for anything that looks like a player. And I can very quickly just take a quick scan and be like, okay, what did I just... And then now I'm kind of picturing what I saw. Did I see it? Same exact thing coming in and out of a doorway, man. You want to do the same thing. The reason why I can run around so carelessly right now is because I haven't heard anything. I got here at a decent time in the raid. I wasn't the first person here if someone were to book it here, but there's a chance nobody did book it here. There's a chance that I'm by myself right now. The fact that I don't hear anything, man, I just keep on going on with my day until I hear something with my headset. Gunshot just went off. What kind of gun was that? You got to think those kinds of things. Honestly, I can't. I don't know exactly what kind of gun that was. But, and it was only one shot, too. But, so you just got to make note of that. Like, I'm literally, that gunshot is valuable, even though it's not even near me right now. I know what's happening. I have an idea what's going on the map. And, dude, if I hear, grenades going off, grenades usually hint towards a geared player. So... if you hear something, you might spook yourself, but you stop and you listen. I thought I heard something. Knowing the map, I know there's audio cues. I know the giveaways, right? I know if someone comes into this building right here, more than likely they're going to jump up right here. And then more than likely a lot of players jump up on this ramp down here. You don't have to jump on that ramp right there, but I know they do it. So, like, those are huge audio cue giveaways, just knowing the map, you know? Someone hit some barbed wire over here. Fuck, where's barbed wire over in that direction? The only place where barbed wire is right there. They're probably trying to come around this, and they probably walked into it. They're probably right here, you know? I know you could shoot through wood, so, like, I might shoot through some wood. Like, there's just so many tiny details in a game that you gotta kind of watch out for. But once you're in a room like this and you're kind of safe, I kind of recklessly just clear the room, loot the room. If someone hears me that I'm in this room, that's fine for me, man. Because I want PvP. I want to fight them. You know, but if you're looking to avoid and just make money, you know, maybe you want to jump off this balcony here and run away. Maybe you want to avoid them and you don't want to fight that player. I'm also listening if players come up this path right here. You know, I know the routes players take, and that's why I clear it. Now, also, I know what this hallway looks like. I know there's a bookshelf on this side of the hallway over there. So the smart place for me to peek is right here. And I'm going to peek right there and put my cursor right there right away as quick as I can. I'm going to try and put my cursor where that player will be peeking me. So it's knowing, just map knowledge, man. Map knowledge. That's what it is. And I know from me peeking, nobody can see me right here. Nobody can because of this bookshelf. I have to peek strafe out a little bit more before someone sees me. And on top of that, there's a thing that they have to jump over right here before they can get to my side. So I know they're on that side of the barbed wire over there. And the only angle they have is that. So if I peek this like this, I'm good, man. Besides the fact that I haven't heard anything yet. Now, I do hear some stuff. That could be a scav. That could be a player at this point right now. You kind of have to have a good idea on what players do and what scavs do to know if it's a player or not. But right now, I'm just making note that I do hear something over there and that it sounds like, you know, it could be a player, it could be a scav. I know how scavs act, so, you know, right now I'm not too concerned because I'm not in danger right now. But I heard wood, so that tells me that they're in the building. I hear grass, so I know that they're on grass. For the most part, usually if something is on grass, it's a scav, but it could be a player on grass, man. It could be a player on grass. But wood is inside of a room. I know what sound a room makes. This is wood, okay? A scav usually doesn't go in a room. They do sometimes over that way, but this is a hallway, man. This is what this sounds like. So I know they're in a hallway. When they're on the roof, it makes like a muffled roof noise. Like you get in tune with noises, and they tell you things on the location of them. So I'm always just measuring, making notes, like each and every raid on where people are, where they might be. And I'm just prepared that maybe have a firefight or an encounter there. Like when I come out of my room, I heard wood over there, I might peek that way. You know, like it's probably a safer bet. Unless if you know there's a safe object that you can peek behind, right? So for example, there's a big ass fucking crate like that to the right of this door. So let's, it'd be a smart idea to crouch and challenge this right here and watch this. Okay, wait a little bit, see if you hear anything. If you don't hear anything, then you challenge and you clear this. And make sure you're listening on both sides, because you might not hear something. Someone can challenge this without me hearing anything. It's possible, but you don't want to necessarily, you know, you just, these are things that, habits that if you create, you're going to live to tell the tale a little bit more. What else? I mean, the other thing, too, is, like, if you are challenging a door, okay, get good at this. Get good, number one, at your barrel not stuffing. Like, you're trying to look and this is in your way. You got to get comfortable with this right here. You got to get comfortable with the maneuvering. Like, I can't literally sidewalk through this, but I can very quickly hug this side and challenge right here like that. And I'm very good at making the challenge and finding the sweet spot where I'm showing the least amount of my body, but my gun still has movement and I can still fight this entire hallway. Sometimes I fuck it up, man, but you do get pretty good at it. So, like, if you don't have objects to help you, then you need to get good at just doing a peek like that. Boom. Super, super fast peek where a player probably, if you're making a lot of noise, is scoped up and is waiting for you to peek. And as soon as you peek, they might even shoot. Sometimes they might not, but you're just looking to see if you see something. Very quickly, you're just trying to get some quick intel. You're not even looking to engage. You just want intel to make an educated decision. And you want to use your audio that you're giving off, this wood, as like bait, you know? Be aware of the audio you're giving away at all times. Now, I know there's a hole here. I know players like to sit here, so I always check right there. I know that if someone's going to hold this, they're probably going to hold right here, so I try and peek that. If I go to open a door, right, like, say not in this situation right here, but at the beginning of a raid, I'm running up to a door, or I think someone's over here, you know, I will make very loud audio, and I will, like, run up to the door, and then I'll bait it, and I'll hold it, because I'm baiting the audio I just gave out, because a player might be like, oh, he's going to open the door, but no, I'm not, bitch. I'm scoped down sight waiting for you, you know? You gotta use your audio to your advantage. Turn the tables, man. Same thing with, sprinting. It's super dangerous in Tarkov. I'm throwing as much knowledge as I can at you right now, man. So soak up what you can, but same with sprinting, man. You know, if you're inside of a building, you shouldn't be sprinting too much. I can sprint because it's just instinct. I know when it's a good time to sprint. I know when it's comfortable to sprint. But you don't want to, like, if you saw a player, like, say you have an engagement at the end of a hallway right here, right? And you get some shots, and he's hurting. In this game, you do not sprint to get this kill. You don't do this, because someone will hear you. And they will just fucking, you know, unpeak and then peek and blap you. Because when you're sprinting, he challenges. Like, it's very difficult to pull your gun up quickly in this game. Like, there's mechanics built in to make it hard. So it's super easy for him to pull his gun up and shoot you. And besides the fact, sprinting gives off so much audio versus this walking. But even this walking, man, a player will hear you as you challenge. So it's even better to challenge just holding the angle and then fire as soon as they challenge. What I like to do is if I know there's a player up there, I will try and sprint, stop when I think they're just about to challenge, and then I hold the angle out in the open, and then I just try and win the fight. But that's because I have a decent shot, and I can do that. And I carelessly don't clear things sometimes. Like right there, I didn't clear that, man. You know, I don't do it all the time, but you want to try and do it all the time. But I'm just listening right now, man. I'm actually getting a really lucky raid right now where it's kind of quiet. But repetition, man, is what allows you to be able to just play this map so quickly and you know, efficiently. And know, like, where players are going to be. And, like, if players are coming, once you get into a firefight, then you have a specific way that you, like, maneuver the map. And you like maneuvering the map that way, right? You want to try and be unpredictable and things like that. But usually Shoreline's pretty populated. Right now it's not because it's close to patch. And because of the customs map, everybody's spawning on that. This is how I make my money, though. You wrote down the introduction? Nice, squad. Hell yeah, man. Time for a break. Procrastination at its finest, baby. As far as, like, looting and inventory goes, I know, like, what items are full of value. So you learn that in time. Like, you don't know that right off the start, but you can min-max and, like, you know, try and put, you know, a red dot on here and make more space and carry more money. Like, I know for a fact that a morphine, if I want a morphine, I have to pay like 10K. So basically, this is 10K in one square. That's a lot of money per square. I know that I think I could sell this for like 16K or something like that. So it's got like a 7K per square value, right? Like if I divide it by 2. But I mean, if I had an MPX in here, dude, this MPX isn't worth that much money. So putting it in my backpack isn't really worth keeping it there because of how much it's worth per square. So I just know what items to pick up and what not to pick up. And, you know, I clearly, obviously, will get rid of the things that, if I need space, that don't have it. But naturally, some things I don't even pick up right away because I know that I'm going to be getting better loot. As a newer player, I would pick up everything and just start, like, you know, selling things, seeing if it's worth a lot of money, things like that. And then you learn what to pick up and what not to pick up. But, like, these drop holes, man, dude, I just played Ring Around the fucking Rosie hard on some players earlier today. Like, I know I can go on this balcony here and I can go through here. I know I can peek right here. I know I can drop down right here. I know I can come back up around. I know, like, there's 2 staircases here. I go up to, from first floor all the way up to 3rd floor on both sides. Someone's coming down Skybridge. I hear them sprinting. Audio cues. Easy kills. He's actually outside. Coming up right here. You could die sooner, dude. There's just... It's so easy to know when a player comes in this game, for the most part, if they're not tiptoeing, because the audio just gives it away. And that's why you can play this game so tactically and aggressively. They just tell you where they're coming from. It's a good... I love that feature about the game. And this was a player, too. You can tell if a scav is a player if he has the spot for a secure container, but there is no secure container there because you don't get it as a scav. If it was a regular or just if it was a bot, then they wouldn't have a spot for this pouch right here. So I know this was a player. Plus, I know this was a player just with how he was acting, like running around and stuff. But honestly, I thought he was coming from here because I heard constant concrete sprinting. So there's a barbed wire audio cue, you know? Like, I know that if I heard that in this area, a player might be right here. There's just so many tiny details, dude, that you really don't even realize. Like, you know, people don't talk about it per se, but the more you play the game, the more details you notice, and you really just build a sense of awareness. I know that there's glass over here, so I know a player could possibly be by steps if there's glass, you know? Actually, there's no glass on this side. There's glass on the other wing, though. Did I loot all this over here? Yeah, I did. Put the silencer on the AK. See, that's a good idea. I did put it... Okay, so I'm trying to replay what happened in my head right now, where those shots were, because I wasn't paying attention. But sometimes you won't know where the direction comes from. It sounded like it was that direction. He had a shot on me from this height, so he's got to be on this floor, dude. He's on my floor to the right somewhere, and the shots came from that way, plus with the bullets. Like, I know he's there. And now this is also a player that plays really fucking quietly, because he's not even making any noise right now after he just had an engagement. This is weird. People don't do this usually. Well, I guess they do in Tarkov, because they hold the angle, and he is holding the angle. He knows I went in this room. He's probably thinking, like, what the fuck is this guy doing right now? But I have contacts. I would hear him creeping up if he is. I wonder if he was shooting at me from the far end of the hallway that entire time. Not really close. I thought he was shooting really close. I was kind of pre-firing right there. In which case, another thing, you want to pre-fire. Players are, you know, pre-firing is huge in this game. This is a really long engagement that I probably shouldn't be making with a red dot, but we can try it. I might have just killed someone right there. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so this is kind of my signature move that I really like. And this is just for me playing the map that I do this a lot. And it's very, very unpredictable. Not a lot of players do that. If you run into me quite a bit on Shoreline, or if I kill you this way, and you look at my stream, then you might do this, but people don't really expect this. It's really confusing. I'm getting off a lot of audio right now, and I know he's right here, dude. I did kill 2 players. So now when you kill a squad, what you really want to do is immediately find a safe place as quick as you can and listen. You want to hear any sound for a tiny little gun fiddle, for even switching a fire mode. Whoops. Even that right there gives off an audio. Switching a fire mode. That gives off audio. This gives off audio. Just that foot movement right there is giving off audio. Walking, creeping, so many things give off audio. I just want to listen for an anchor. You gotta embed in your mind there's one more player. They might not even be on the same squad. They might have just been in the area, and they just, they're just coming to see what's going on. Or something. Or there is a third teammate. So you really got to play quietly. And a lot of people will fucking sit here for minutes. If I wasn't streaming, I do feel like I would play a little more passive, maybe. But at the same time, I do like to play my video games aggressive. And I usually do play aggressive. But I know I'm on one end of the spectrum. On the other end of the spectrum, there's people who play this game so slow, and all they do is tiptoe very quietly. And it's very, very effective. It works. And in this game, man, that's fine, dude. You got to play this game tactically. But now this guy, honestly, probably thinks that I was just a squad. He probably doesn't know I'm a solo player. He probably thinks that, I rolled up on him while someone else was distracting him or something like that. Now, another thing, try and take gear and hide gear as much as you can, man. I don't want a scav player to get this gear, so I'm going to try and hide it. I don't really want to keep this in my inventory because I'm not going to, it's not worth a lot, but to sell per square, like I'm going to get better loot, hopefully. But I do want to try and take the gear so players can't, scavs can't come along and get it. And then I got to fight, a scav with the same kit. I'd rather fight a scav with really shit gear if I can, Level 43, high level. Level 42, high level. So I don't try super hard to hide gear, but I do try decently hard to hide gear. And then again, I'm keeping items that are high per square value. The scope is a high per square value. This red dot is a high per square value. I haven't heard anything. I feel pretty safe right now. But let's be honest. There's 2 players, decently kitted. I didn't really check their backpacks. I probably should search their backpacks. I'm going to go back and search them. But chances are they might have keys and they might have looted, this side of the building. So they might have collected it for me. So I do definitely want to see what they have in their backpacks. Ooh, baby. Now here's the other thing too. I wouldn't put it past an anchor on a squad to literally sit until I start moving around super aggressively like this. I wouldn't put it past them. They just wait super patiently, and then they're gonna challenge me once I'm starting to move around super comfortable. That's when they're gonna move in. You know what I'm saying? Like they might do that. So I gotta be aware of that and kind of expect that someone might take a cheap shot. That's what I call it. It is sort of a cheap shot. Like if I knew you were there, that firefight might have been a different story, but that's a player. Oh fuck, I fucked up my jump. I just know that that's a player with no scav sprints for no reason like that. So I knew that was a player. I think he's geared too. And plus, this guy's got 60-round mags. I should probably go back and see if he's got some 60s, you know? You don't want to take a long time looting. I usually do, but that's because I'm cocky. It's not because I'm greedy. It's because I think I'm going to win firefights and I'm going to hear someone coming. But the reality is I don't, and I get blindsided all the time. That guy pre-fired so hard. He did pre-fire really hard. He pre-fired so hard. Now, there's a chance that this guy is holding a line of sight down the far hallway, and he might have long-range optics too. I'm kind of close quarter with this stuff right here, so I didn't hear anything. So it's kind of a safe guess to peek left, although there is a chance the anchor from the 2 squad, but it's actually a 3 squad. There's a chance, we don't know if there's a third person, right? There's a chance someone crept up and they're holding an angle on me right now. So if I peek left, I could die to this person. So it's a good idea to just peek pretty quickly here, see what's going on, and now I can challenge that way if I want to. He doesn't have a backpack. Hey, what's up, Daddy? Has anyone checked RAM usage? I personally haven't, but I feel it. I do feel it, especially on Shoreline. The game is running smoother, for sure. Again, same thought process. I like to personally make the game more difficult for anybody playing it. So I want to hide medical and or take any super valuable things. I don't need heals. I have a lot, but I'm still going to put it out of that vest and throw everything into a pile next to this guy. So whoever is trying to loot this shit, it's going to be super hard for them to loot that, you know? Anybody that's coming through trying to take the loot. And now, again, I still feel like this guy might challenge me just because I was, you know, I poked at him a little bit by throwing some shots at him. But now, like, after you get some kills, honestly, what you should do, even before you start looting, is I should have just pushed a little bit further past the bodies and, like, checked angles and cleared angles to see, like, maybe someone's just a little bit past those bodies. You know, maybe the anchor holding a line of sight waiting for you. Or maybe they're waiting to hear you loot and then they start looting, you know? So... as a solo player, man, you can play very quickly, very aggressively, and fight a lot of people, and you can kill squads, but you gotta like clear every corner, play the, you know, anticipate tiptoers, because they exist. They're gonna get you. The silent players that just blindside you and you have no idea they were there, they're gonna get you, man. It's gonna happen. Hey, what's up, Chio? Hey, Panda. What's up, Panda? I'm just, I'm kind of like trying to say everything on my mind right now, and this raid is kind of for newer players, or at least I'm trying to make it for newer players. So I'm like trying to, you know, Manny is a little bit newer. There's some other people that are a little bit newer. Just trying to give all the little nuggets that I've got. My mag is like half empty. You always want to make sure that you've got good mags, right? I don't know what this guy's shooting. I'm kind of scared. These are his mags. I can tell because the insurance symbol isn't there. My mags are insured. So I know these are shooting BS rounds. I know I'm shooting really good bullets on these. But what I could do, this mag is out of 60. I'm really lazy. I'm not going to fill that mag up. It's insured. I'll get it back later. Now I have more space in my inventory. But let's reload here, and usually it grabs the highest filled mag. So we got a full mag now. But I'm still really low on bullets, so gotta be careful. I think I was in here, and I think I looked at that table. Dude, I'm crazy. Again, like with those peaks, man, I'm kind of carelessly moving around the map. I've really kind of just come into a play style that works for me not paying any attention until I get shot at. Like, I'm very quick on my feet, and I'm kind of hard to shoot at times until I can hear you. You know, I make quick pauses to assess, like, audio, listen once in a while. Then I'll do a quick peek or something. Nobody there. Do a quick peek here. Nobody there. You know what I'm saying? You got to build those healthy habits that save your life. These little tiny tools that give you knowledge. Oh my gosh, dude, what the fuck? Okay. That's a lot of morphine, dude. Okay, so this Klesh flashlight is worth 11K. That other flashlight isn't worth that much. And I can't put it on any of my guns. I'm not going to put it on my main gun, so I'll drop that. What level are you? 42. Why did I not put that in there? 1.2K rubles is nothing. And then I'll just drop a mag on reload. Screw it. Oh, hey, look at that. We got a square here. Do I have a optic? Could I put an optic on here? Nice. Put that grenade up here, and then do that. There we go. Now I have a spot to reload. I feel new to the game, and I've been playing since 0.7 or so. I know, man. I know. It's crazy. Like, there's just so many tiny things that you can learn in this game. You watched a YouTube video, helped you with, they improved it, like with the RAM? Damn, nice. I didn't even know about that patch note, man. I had no idea. I got on today, and I felt like my game was running pretty good. So, like, I was like, I noticed something's different, and I didn't even know they did anything. I thought it was just, I've been kind of like super insecure about my computer not working as well. So I've been kind of monitoring, thinking it's my computer's health. But yeah, no, this is running real good right now, for real. Like, it feels smooth and everything. I don't think FPS is really a fair measurement, man. Why is there a blood splat right there, dude? Someone shot through this window. Glass is broke. See what I'm saying? They leave breadcrumbs on this game. They leave, like, blood splats. They leave broken glass. I know what doors are open and what doors aren't open. That's something that I haven't really been saying because I haven't thought of it, because I just know this. But I know this door's open, so I know, like, this is normal. But as soon as there's a sign that a player might have had a footprint there or something, or a fingerprint, or someone was there at one point in time, then I'm like, okay, I gotta be careful. Someone was here. Like, they might still be here. And that's probably, like, the best way to play the game, is just assume that someone could be anywhere. And you play the game like it's, you know, like it's, there's someone might be there. I know that someone looted this room because that was open, and they unlocked that door right there. But, like, you want to pay attention to doors open and signs on the map that are normally not like that. Broken windows, whatever it may be, hints. Hints that'll tell you, you know, where a player could be. They clearly don't know about this. Personally, if I get in a long-range fight, I like to have single fire. But if I'm in, like, a medium range, like from here to here, this is on the fence of me wanting single fire and full auto. So, yeah, you could just unload one bullet from a dude's mag and see, like, what kind of bullets they have too. So, because you know, it really does matter what kind of bullets they're shooting. Like, I don't want to shoot a mag that is shooting BBs, because there's certain ammo types that are really bad, and there's certain ammo types that are really good against armor, but really bad against skin, you know? So, like, I'd have to put more bullets into a player with no armor because I'm shooting armor pen rounds, or something like that, you know? There is a player over here. We could push them, but we're pretty full, so let's just get out. You know, I'm so used to having high strength, man. The other thing too is it's really, really important to remember where hydration is, okay? Because if you get shot in your stomach, you need to remember where that hydration spawns. If you get shot in your stomach, and it's blacked out, then your hydration, which my webcam is covering it, tanks hardcore, super fast. So you have to have hydration with you. That's why, like, you want to memorize where liquid spawns, but also, you know, save it. I always bring one thing of hydration with me, at least into raid. And if I get shot in the stomach, that is not enough for me to finish the raid, usually. Unless if I just get out right away. That's weird, there's a dead guy right here. This happened early raid, though, probably. I didn't even hear this firefight. Those two dudes must have killed him, maybe. I honestly didn't do a very good job of listening this raid. I was just talking a lot, so, you know, I did actually play this raid a little careless. It might not have been the best example gameplay-wise, but, you know, nuggets of knowledge, tips-wise, it definitely was good. What are the best 545 bullets? BS, but they're crazy, crazy expensive, and they're high level. BP, any kind of B round is good. Also, if you're on resort and you run this way towards this antenna tower, not power, this radio antenna. If you run this way, you'll run straight towards extract. So you can kind of use that as a beacon. Not the dome radar tower that's right over there. You can kind of see it in the trees right there. Kind of see it past the power plant there. See that? Not that guy. It's the antenna. Line up the antenna and just run towards it. I don't know if I've got anything else for you, man. That's a really, 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 really good start for a tarkov player, to be honest. At least that's in the mind of a solo player that's been playing Shoreline for a while. I'm sure there's even more knowledge, man, that I haven't said at all, but you get the game that you play in this. It's a dance. It's a game of chess. It's way more strategic, way more of a mental game. It's not just a run and gun, man. It's not that. Also, point shooting is really accurate. I don't know if you know that, but that's super, super, super accurate. Rampage! Dude, thank you, Rampage. 13 months! Can we please, guys, get some love in chat? Hearts, anything that you've got. Thank you, Rampage, for the support, man. That is insane. That's a long fucking time, sir. And it does mean a lot, man. I appreciate it. We getting old? Yeah, we are, man. Dude, I want partner before the 2-year, and Super Smash is on 15, so I've got a solid 7 months to go. Partner or Super Chester, Anime, I think are all on 15 right now, but 12 is crazy, crazy high too. Rampage. 13. I'm a fucking idiot. 13. But I want the 2-year for you guys. Also, knowing where scavs spawn on the map, too, is huge. I know scavs spawn over here, and there probably is some over there, but since I don't have any right here, I know I can go in this corner and safely extract. But knowing where scavs are on the map also helps, because scavs only have, like, a certain area that they go, and they kind of stay in that boundary. So you know, if you see like a player out in a field, like eventually you'll know that's a player. I don't care if it's a PMC or a player scav. Either way, that is an actual person playing that and not a bot. So soak up a little bit of that, man. Just a little bit.